All right. All right. तो आज के स्ट्रीम में हम करने वाले हैं पहले तो ये क्वेस्ट क्वेस्ट खत्म करते हैं रुको। हमारे कौन कौन से रेपुटेशन क्वेस्ट खत्म हो चुके हैं देखने दो मेरे को। इसमें कहाँ दिखता है? रुको भाई लोग, कहाँ है ये? दिखता कहाँ पे है? इसमें लोग इसमें हम्म, ओके कुछ स्तर का कुछ मिला है, जाने दो। ऑल राइट। सही में भाई ये गया कहाँ पे? ओ ये रहा। ये नहीं। ऑल राइट, तो हमें नेट लर्न एंड ये वाला यहाँ पर टेलीपोर्ट करना है, यहाँ का रेपुटेशन क्वेस्ट खत्म करना है। लेट्स गो, लेट्स गो। नेट लर्न की दो जगह बची है जहाँ पे रेपुटेशन क्वेस्ट हमें खत्म करना है। राइट। ये है, इसमें लेवल 2 पे है हम। एंड क्वेस्ट हो चुके हैं, एक बचा है इसका, वो कर लेंगे पहले। बाउंटीज एक्सेप्ट एक्सेप्ट एंड एक्सेप्ट। राइट, एंड सप्लाई कर देते हैं इसको। अब मेरे पास नहीं है पे। और इस अबे ये भी नहीं है। कर दी भाई बात तुमने। रुको पहले भाई ये कलेक्ट करके आते हैं। इसको कलेक्ट करने दो पहले मेरे को। सॉरी गाइस। ऑलराइट, ये है इस तरफ यहाँ पे। ऑलराइट, ये आई थिंक प्रोबेबली, या फिर ऐसे। नहीं, ये तो यहाँ स्कोर है। ये वाला प्रोबेबली है। ये यप ये है। ऑलराइट, ये रहा एक और। बस भाई रुक जा रुक जा रुक जा। ये क्या है भाई? ये तो कुछ नया है। अबे रुक भाई, पहले मैं ये सब कलेक्ट कर लेता हूँ फिर तेरी बैंड बजा, तो रुक जा। ये ले। बे, क्या है भाई, ये जगह ही कैसी है? अबे और ही कुछ है यहाँ पे, जाने दो। ये छोड़ो भाई। अभी हम जा रहे हैं यहाँ पे, क्योंकि एक मिल चुका है हमें। एक कंप्लीट हो चुका है। एक के लिए मेरे को और कुछ कलेक्ट करना है अभी। लेट्स सी। इसमें ये वाला कंप्लीट। ऑलराइट, एंड इसके लिए मेरे को ये ढूंढने जाना है। ये मिलेगा यहाँ पे। हाँ नहीं, यहाँ पे तो मेरे को जाना पड़ेगा यहाँ से। लेट्स गो। इसके बाद ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि स्पाइरल अबिस वगैरह हो जाए हमसे। यहाँ पे पीछे। ओ, ये कहाँ पे आ गया मैं? कोई बात नहीं, यहाँ से चले जाएंगे हम। ओके, यहाँ पे ये यहाँ पे। ओके, ये रहे। और भी है यहाँ पे, थोड़े से और ले लेते हैं। इनको इनकी ज़रूरत पड़ेगी हमें। ओके, यहाँ पे ख़त्म। सो लेट्स गो यहाँ पे। ये अब यहाँ पे आए हैं तो बाउंटी हंट करते ही जाते, राइट? लेट्स गो, बाउंटी हंट करके जाते हैं, ठीक है? बाउंटी इस तरफ है। लेट्स गो, लेट्स गो। बाउंटी बाउंटी। हार्ड वाली, मतलब पैरेलियस वाली रही है। आजा चलो। स्ट्रांगली। There you go.
The wind knows.
Chop. Chop. Finished. Let's go for the next bounty, जो यहाँ पे है। यहाँ पे जाएंगे हम। ऑलराइट, तो यहाँ से इस तरफ। यहीं पे कहीं पे होने वाली है बाउंटी। ये यहाँ पे। Let's go. ये वाली।
Let's have some fun, shall we?
अबे ये नहीं करना था। ये नहीं करना था।
Busted. Here comes the catch.
ये ले, and ये।
Laid bare. Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed. Wind strike.
फिनिश्ड। ये वाली भी। लास्ट बाउंटी है यहाँ पर। अबे बहुत दूर है। ये तो मैंने अनलॉक भी नहीं किया अभी। इस तरफ से जाऊंगा तो ज़्यादा दे लेंगे। इस तरफ से चलते हैं पूरा घूम के, ठीक है? एक्सप्लोर भी हो जाएगा उसके बहाने। लेट्स गो, लेट्स गो। एक्सप्लोर, इस तरफ जाना है हमें। यहाँ पे पे पायरो क्यूलस है, ये रहा, ये लेंगे हम।
Into the wind.
ये मिल चुका है, बस कंटिन्यू। ये सब एक्सप्लोर भी करना है हमें, मैंने ये पूरा एरिया एक्सप्लोर नहीं किया अभी तक। यहाँ पे कहाँ है लेकिन? यहाँ पे 3 प्लेट है, तो आई थिंक एक और बच्चा यहाँ पे लाना है। कहाँ पे है वो बच्चा? लेकिन ये भी यहाँ पे।
Time to go.
अबे रुक जाओ यार, मैं जा ही नहीं रहा, मैं यहीं पे आ रहा हूँ। गच्चू, अबे नहीं है तो यहीं पे आएंगे। रुक, अरे सब चल, कैसे निकाल पैसे?
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of one?
नाइस, बस तो ये वाला कंप्लीट करके देखते हैं। क्या है भाई? यू रे राइट। ठीक है भाई, कर दूंगा, चल आजा आजा, चल कर दूंगा।
Time
ये
to
रहा,
go.
इसको निकालो। ये आ गया इसका मास्टर के पास। ओके, और भी है, एक नहीं है, और भी है आई थिंक। वो ढूंढने दो मेरे को। ओके, एक यहाँ पे है तो तेरे को मरना पड़ेगा तेरे से। अब बच्चे नहीं मारने, बच्चे नहीं मारने, इसको। अरे नहीं, इसको मारना ही पड़ेगा। ऊपर का इन बच्चों को वहाँ पे लेके चलता है ना, इसको पता चलेगा राइट। नहीं भाई, उसको तो उसी के स्वाधीन चाहिए। कोई बात नहीं, पहले ये पायरोकुलस ले लेते हैं यहाँ से। इसका पहले मेरे को वो लाना पड़ेगा। एंड वो था यहाँ पे कहीं पे ऊपर, जहाँ पे अभी हमने मारा इसको। ये ले, लेट्स गो। यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं था, वहाँ पे भी कुछ नहीं था, तो इस तरफ। ऑलराइट, यहाँ पे कुछ हो सकता है और भी। ओके, ऐसे ही मार देते हैं इसको।
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Finished. It is finished. Let's go किसी और को मारते हैं अब। I don't have anything special to give you, but अबे जाना दे, चलो कोई बात नहीं। आओ पैसा लो पैसा। आ गया क्वेस्ट, ये रहा चेस्ट।
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
लेट्स गो, कंटिन्यू करते हैं हम।
Laid bare.
ओ यहाँ पे कुछ गिरा। ओ यहाँ पे भी गिरेगा।
Pleasure is there than the unexpected?
बच गए। लेट्स गो, भागो भागो यहाँ से। ओके यहाँ पे यहीं पे कहीं पे है, ये रहा। मिल गया।
Let's hope it didn't spew out anything too weird this time.
ओके यहाँ पे कोई क्वेस्ट चल रहा था। आजा चलो भाई, मार दिया मैंने उनको तो। अरे भाई खत्म करो ये फटाफट से। खत्म करो फटाफट से, चलो भाई। लेट्स को कंटिन्यू करते हैं। नहीं, हमें तो इस तरफ जाना है। ये लेते चलेंगे बीच में। वो ले लेना चाहिए हमें। Here you go, let's go. Let's go.
Transfixed.
ये गया। अब कहाँ पे है ये? यहाँ पे है। ऑलराइट, यहाँ से इस तरफ। हाँ, थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है यहाँ पे। नहीं,
Follow the lead.
एंड ये यहाँ से हम ऐसे ले लेंगे इसको। ऑलराइट, इसको आगे भी यहाँ एक को मारा है, उसको ही ले लेते हैं। पहले ये ले लेंगे, ये भी। इसको let's go। All right, ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है कि यहाँ पे कुछ तोड़ सकते हैं मुझे। पैसे ले लो पहले, ठीक है। ये वाला व्यू पॉइंट लॉक करते हैं पहले। अनलॉक्ड। वो वाला चेस्ट ले लेते हैं एंड ये वाला पायरोकिलस भी ले लेते हैं।
Witness my rise. Laid bare. Something with which to commemorate this occasion.
ऑलराइट, अब चलेंगे हम इस तरफ जहाँ पे हमारा बाउंटी है। यहाँ पे पहले ये ले लेते हैं। अबे प्रॉब्लम हो गई, रुको। ऑलराइट, इस तरफ ये है पायरोक्यूलस। दिस इज आवर बाउंटी। यहाँ पे यहाँ पानी में आ, तो पानी में आ, मेरे को डैमेज देखना है।
Into the wind. Wind strider. Gotcha.
ओके, ये भी खत्म। पहले ये वाला चैलेंज खत्म करते हैं। यहाँ पे एक है वो, इसके बाद आगे चलेंगे। इसको रुको रुको, मेरे को कनिच लगेगा, कनिच चाहिए होगा। एंड दिस वन डिप्लॉय। ऑलराइट, अब ये तो मरा हुआ है। अबंडन करो इसको, यहाँ फिर से करो इसको। अब जाना कहाँ है लेकिन? ओके हो गया। तो दिख ही नहीं रहा था यार कहाँ जाना
Everything has
है।
its use.
Were you not given toys to play with as a child? Is that it?
ऑलराइट, इतना हो गया। अब पहले रेपुटेशन क्वेस्ट लेके आते हैं। अभी यहाँ से नहीं, कहाँ गया? यहाँ से रिवॉर्ड लेके आते हैं, रेपुटेशन रिवॉर्ड।
Be prepared and stay safe.
Thank you for... Ad Astra... Is that Navia over there? Oh, it's been a while. Let's go say hi. Hey, Navia! What you up to?
Shh! Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to.
It wasn't...
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even...
Wait!
Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? So, you're bringing backup now.
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up.
Overworked? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If Fermon can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people.
But Philmont can do the job.
Monica, back in...
Huh? But you said...
Just do as you're told, and not another word.
Wow! What a horrible...
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some... Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a... One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
At his family's request, Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open... And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for...
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense.
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step... And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage. Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh.
Paimon will join you, cause this is kinda all Paimon's...
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry. A really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern.
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered into your hands.
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly...
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
All right. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy.
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
A little highly strung, huh?
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on. Huh? Hold on. There's something. Find.
Escoffier? Could this mean...
So, who is this?
She... Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Boer. She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Boer and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned...
Gâteau de Boer. That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right?
Well, apparently, The Hotel de Boer was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their... But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility.
The Fortress of Mirapede?
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned...
So that's what happened.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with some...
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick Savannah. It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes? You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you...
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and...
Yes, Chef.
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to...
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef. Well, in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh,
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh,
Firmont. That's the second time we've heard that name.
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son. And with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
hey, I heard that, Navia. I've told you before. No one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
So you two must be the world-famous traveler and his companion, Paimon. Yes?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Oh, I certainly am. The Spinas' headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
That's hard to believe. Are we definitely talking about the same Savannah?
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either. Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming up. Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how...
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to...
Oh, Monica. I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the soul of my Unbelievable! I won't stand for this.
Wait, so now she's,
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep...
Wait, she looks like... Is that a Escoffier?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I messed...
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up,
But, please, you have to forgive me or Chef is gonna...
What the heck?
Get up, Monica! Can't you see that you're just making your customer feel more... If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And this time, get it right.
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake.
that's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook? If this is what Fermat had to put up with, then no wonder he had to break that.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing. Gave me a bit of a...
Oh, well, it's...
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef.
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive. We all knew that it came, but these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up. And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the Fleuve.
Monica, you don't need to call me chef.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own. What happened? That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that Lumiline ended up.
Lumiline? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people with impaired
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things...
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects. Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it to the market by the time the guards banned it from the restaurant industry.
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of contaminated ingredients by mistake. But you took all the blame, and now look at you.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on, it's not that bad.
Oh, the Fleuve Sandra, you say? Great.
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to let bygones be. Besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately,
If only Savannah was half the boss.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef? So, you do remember who's boss? Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore. So stop acting like you own the...
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills? Or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand markup, thinking no one can tell the difference?
That's none of your
What happened to not storming it?
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier returned.
Huh? Fan Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tête-à-tête between chefs at the Hotel de Boer, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle the...
The traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
That's right! I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself.
According to legend, the founders of Hotel de Boer, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over next week's menu to disagreements over the strategic direction of the restaurant. The cooking contest would decide who had the final say.
Huh. It sounds like they had a lot of free time on their...
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in the... And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hotel de Boer into the top...
Reintroduction? Someone brought it...
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all people won't back down from this challenge.
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hotel de Boer anymore. Isn't this bending the...
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat it as an exhibition of sorts.
Exhibition. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Boer to me.
What? The Codex de Boer?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his secret recipes. It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And only the present
and former. Wait, but that already includes...
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you?
Don't take me for a fool. I want your copy. The original version.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They can take...
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me?
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift, to thank Escoffier for her years of service.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were your... And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Boer, per the recipe in the Codex. Well, Escoffier, you again...
You sound surprisingly Alright then, let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Believe me, I'll...
Escoffier, are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine.
When will Lenny and Lynette do another show?
Follow the wind.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it?
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs all...
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off.
That's patently false. At least where your macarons are concerned. I've been...
Okay. That's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modeste's adventures. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. Their creations had an enormous influence on the course of Fontaine cuisine. For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Bourg was made using a special secret ingredient that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hôtel de Bourg, which catapulted them to stardom in Fontaine's culinary world. Especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius. And over time, the recipes from his adventure log became known as the Codex de Bourg.
Ah, Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the hotel...
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could... Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then, Modeste passed away while he was still... And that was it. The end of the Hôtel de Bourg's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering. Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with Vanigem and the restaurant we have today.
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then? Paimon figured it was like one of those
Yes, well, that's fiction.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Bourg they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagined...
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe make it into the code?
It did, but like I said, it's a dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modeste wrote about. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. But ultimately, the Gâteau de Bourg of today is my own recipe. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got
Oh! Huh. Well, that kind of takes all the mystique out of it.
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Bourg, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows, maybe just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, There's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hotel de Boer never would have fallen into a
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the Codex, including my own improved...
So why could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Boer...
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah, maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the...
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to gift me the original in the first place.
What? Huh. Guess she's had a major change of heart since...
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our Gato do the talking. It means vesting her in this bake-off, and then get however much she's changed since we worked together.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get just...
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gato de Boer is very complicated to make. Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself. But I'd prefer to play it safe if I...
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior. But be warned, I will hold...
Oh, count me in too. Even if it means competing against the Traveler. So...
confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with some elementary mise en place.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in your case is that... Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruit.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. It uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients, which can then be used to flavor dishes more... But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. Paimon's never used anything this weird before. Cool. Not weird.
And done. These are the flavor comp...
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. Oh, what?
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance. I'll demonstrate again. Slowly and carefully. Not a drop too much, and not... that didn't... And voila! Now it's your turn. Not terrible, considering this was everyone's first time blend, but the Traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? You got almost... Oh, well, they do say adventurers are multi-talented folks. Now Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel du Bourg's current menu. I'll judge... That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the content...
I guess I'm finally on the right path.
How's it going? Have you picked... Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything.
6 points.
What? Oh.
That's 6 out of 100.
What?
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it. By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Me next, me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my...
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar.
Aww.
Now to the final dish.
So,
This is our last hope.
8 points.
darn. That's...
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation. I have to give this one 8 points out of 10.
Huh? How did you pull that off?
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of work into hone. I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations.
Hey, you made that last part up! No way did you taste that!
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square.
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining!
Chef Escoffier.
Oh, it's Hilaire! What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing
And you think you're up to the task?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
Genshin Impact, bhai.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Don't you worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. The fact is, I'm a fine chef.
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving
Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Firma?
I can't...
Do it again! 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 Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then
Dad, talk to me. What?
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological.
Monica, when did you get here?
Probably because you were all constant. But anyway, I'm so.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out.
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea.
She sounds like the worst. All right, another Savannah?
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escaffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it! In the trash now!
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Either straighten yourself out or get out!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashback.
Oh, man.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your—
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this.
Dad.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time?
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Even if I had to go it alone, I would present—
Oh, well, Paimon and Nadia will—
And so will I.
Yeah! And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for Chef.
Actually, I thought maybe I could help.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then...
You do this for us?
All right, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guaranteed way to put your future employment in jeopardy.
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. But the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Firma. I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm
Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway.
Great! Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal.
Spina-sponsored? Wait.
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre.
Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
All right, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest— that's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
Why, Savannah? Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original code. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's— But I can't find anything. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful. Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just we were. At least I always thought we were. She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief. Well, I mean to an extent, of course. And the idea that she turned out like this... I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex. Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Boer, the story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But, unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks at every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste, and with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, people started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured. Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness, and that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. There's one rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy. Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't quite... And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut. Really? Well, I like the confidence.
The wind knows me.
I will have order.
It's Cooking Contest Day! To the Hotel de Boer! Tout sweet!
Just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see.
I don't get it. Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hotel de Boer and to this most exciting of cooking contests.
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the Codex you asked for.
Monica? Huh?
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hôtel de Bord cooking contest commence!
Monica, Traveler, it's... Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work! Do not disappoint me!
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast, this competition is quickly heating up.
Up to the freezer! Huh. That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors. The balance of flavors is about right, but the quantity is too low.
Alphonse! What are you playing at? Not how I taught you to do it! Stop working around and do it again!
Yes, sir!
So, what do you think?
Esco.
I think this flavor profile is still a little bit off.
Enough! Oh, useless! Both of you, make like an egg and beat it! I'll do it myself!
Wow! Is Savannah serious? Can she really make up for lost time working alone?
Stay calm, Scoffier. There has to be a way to balance the flavors. Just think.
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg.
That went just as I expected.
Time's up! Contestants, please take...
Huh. That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by look.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet. This is...
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10, only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just a little different from...
Huh? Really?
All right, on to gâteau number 2. I haven't had a single bite and all...
I have a feeling that this gâteau will be a gâteau.
How exciting! I think maybe...
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too.
It appears the decision is unanimous. This gâteau...
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life.
Something's not right here. Savannah...
I can now declare that the creator of the...
What? It's... Savannah?
No! That's an...
Hey! Savannah! You cheated! What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates.
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from... It was Vanishem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. Isn't it more likely that Escoffier...
You take that...
Judges! We demand... That's enough! As head chef, or rather as team lead, Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off.
I don't know what...
If you want the Codex de Boer that much... Scoffier, no! But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for...
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is...
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose what... But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure...
Fine. I'll treat this as your... So, will that be all, ex-head chef? Or is there any other
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef. And But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need you.
All right, fine. I'm glad.
Escoffier!
The Codex de Boer. Final.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah! The Codex is...
It's alright. It was just a bake-off, not the end. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything...
No. No!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets, no nothing? I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up...
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts...
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it.
But why? What?
Our best guess...
And even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the
Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cook...
About that, we honestly have no idea how she...
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs.
Well, how is it?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat...
Is it really that bad? I made sure the taste tested before it was served.
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base. Which means someone tampered with it, or in other words, we have a traitor.
I'm sorry. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I want to whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans.
I was the one who caused the food safety incident.
Food safety?
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, but I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was but the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage to blackmail.
This is crazy.
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? All this... Firstly, so you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that.
You mean...
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility. You should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them.
Understood.
Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original Codex would compel her to resort to black...
I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though.
What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left.
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the flavor seems subtly different from how it... But the difference was so small, I'm sure no one would notice it besides our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs.
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would get so hung up on it. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again.
Yeah, thinking back on it now, it's clear that Savannah's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffier.
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. That's gotta be the reason. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more and at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffier.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have... Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine.
Oh, for goodness sake. What is
Of course. Then she finally got the codex, only to discover that the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had the real recipe all along, she might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50 attempts, she'd get it right one.
You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier?
New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before.
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge without Escoffier at that?
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself at all. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the rest...
All this time, I've been blaming others.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's... Let's give her the day to calm down.
In that case, I'll go and update for Ma and his family.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
That was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet.
Oh, nice! Macarons? Or are you gonna switch it up this time?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Every year, they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front whose job. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always chained. Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock and allows another goose to take its... So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it... I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal... Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, I see no... Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well... Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get Anne. Come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the era of...
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Vanigem isn't for a while. Check on her? Why? What? Oh no, Escoffier.
I'm fine. Just need to get some more coffee in me. Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
Coffee. Strong, bitter coffee beans, transformed through expert brewing and balanced perfectly with rich, creamy steam milk. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up in your sleep when you get the chance.
I think I figured out where the problem lies. Honestly, it's ridiculous.
Wait, what investigation?
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small, I can't believe it's caused so much drama. Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Huh? No, not since yesterday.
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing. So, I dropped by her place early this morning only to find an empty house with the doors wide open. I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home. If she's not here, then...
Boss, Escoffier!
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping watch at Savannah's...
We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff.
Oh.
Of course, from the Codex. They're all places that Modeste explored on his adventure. Yeah, but...
The Codex?
Seriously?
Ugh,
Hold on. There's more.
It was you. You let the Lumaline through, didn't you? It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah was responsible for the safety incident?
Retrieve the Codex by any... So the cooking contest and the cheating. Someone else...
She's keeping the...
Ugh, this is all such a mess! First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest. But now, it turns out that someone else forced Savannah to force Monica to cheat?
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put two and two together as soon as I read your... Even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan.
We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her. Modest's codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remoria. So yeah, definitely the kind of place that would have served food and drink.
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? How did they... Oh, they ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance.
Well, did Modeste mention it in...
Good point.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous chorus, and the path opened to us.
We have to feed the... See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're gonna need them.
There's no time for that. Romaritime flowers and Lumitoile will have to do. They may not...
Wait, we're seriously gonna try this? Beasts or not, are we sure this stuff...
Trust me, they'll love it.
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably just scare them off again, and who knows how...
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. What was it that Modeste said again? Something about...
Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
The tracks turned back again. Oh, so annoying.
give me your water.
Here.
I said your water, the one you just drank out of?
Sure.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little... Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling, I want to know where to lay the... Did you not hear me?
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear, if I'd known what you were planning, I'd never have...
Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been jealous of Escoffier. That's... You were terrified of her finding... It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor. He offered Modeste his friendship, only to murder him out of vanity. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him.
I am no Savelli, nor will I ever...
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior now? Just because you finally realized that Escoffier never kept... You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now?
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I am...
Ooh, feisty. But you should watch your tone.
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned...
What?
Ever since I learned the truth. I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long.
But you drank it too.
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica.
You. Oh, you're too much. I thought I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles.
No.
Revenge is a dish best... You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain, too.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now...
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. But now you should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me. But you had your...
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica!
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a...
You can't!
Stay back if you want her alive! Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in combat, but if you so much as flinch, I can end Savannah's life in a...
Monica!
A recipe! You chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on... Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi factor in his Gâteau de Bourg, and it's right here.
Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Bourg obsession?
I couldn't care less about the cake itself. No, the real treasure is the secret He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands. And they thought, ooh, this would go great in our cake. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders.
Will you listen to yourself? You're completely...
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure.
Wait, what's that?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
Uh-oh, Savannah's going to...
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
That's true.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere. Awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping. A little amuse-bouche. Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests. A dash of frosting! It seems to really like the texture of Rome Maritime flowers.
A little of this fish.
Up to the freezer.
Overruled. The wind knows me.
Yeah. Yeah. I never knew you could process Lumitwol like that. All right, I've got to jot this down. Lumitwols and Maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste and Savannah.
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but you really think so?
Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff. Just like, okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasures. Darn it! Paimon was just about to show off her...
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything. The treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into... Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale. But this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all. He was praised as a genius. While I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure? Unfortunately,
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back at—
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient. The birth—
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all—
The taste of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night, vowing to find out where he had gone. But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience. But in hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late. Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remoria. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, and because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort. Yet despite everything, he sent me his final letter.
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really—
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Then, why all the rumors that Savella— Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remoria. It's almost as if someone
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gâteau de Bourg, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. 1 minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison. I cannot let that come. I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning details, leaving mere fragments of our story. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise. But if that's the price of destroying all evidence of I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation. And the final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea.
Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we—
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no time.
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the Codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found— But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Remoria is mine!
Playing zone, welcome to the stream, boy.
Oh, it's empty?
Monica? Oh, we were seconds.
Escoffier? What?
Savelli's final act. He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore and make sure it would never harm. So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
This can't be happening.
All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All that. For an
Monica, don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else! Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out!
Why is this place still shaking? Either way, it's all her. Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want, I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psycho!
When did you...
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Travel...
Escoffier! Savannah!
Traveler! And Paimon!
Venegem! What are you all doing here?
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our merry derrieres while the Traveler and Escoffier were out here risking their lives?
We had to do something, even though that something ended up being, well, waiting for you here instead.
I don't deserve any of you. And I certainly don't deserve to be your head chef. It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her stand. Come back, Escoffier. Come and be our head chef again. I'll never be able to replace you.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went in one ear and out the other?
Huh? Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time. All I could think about was the Lumiline situation. What was it you said again?
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. And if you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time, every time.
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left, and Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But the fact is, they keep coming back. If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what is. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. All we can do is recognize where we get it wrong.
No, I get what you're saying, but...
Well, about that, there's someone else here to see you, Chef.
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Firmal? I'm so sorry. I put far too much pressure on you. And the way I stubbornly refused to go and see you after you fell ill. But I'm too late.
Actually, I think I'm going to be just fine.
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, it got Firmin thinking. And then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night. And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumaline the whole time.
No way! Doesn't that cause nerve damage?
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that means more fragile or more hot-tempered.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. They also fixed me up with some meds and said I should recover in no time. Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling on to.
There's more. We believe...
You mean she poisoned me too?
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time!
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumaline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So tasty food will seem like the most delicious thing in the world. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior and apologize to every single person you've wronged.
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it that no matter what I do, my Gâteau de Bourg never tastes the same as yours? Is it just... I mean, is it because you're a genius and I'm not?
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
What?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy between the temperature setting and the actual temperature. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica must have tampered with them. I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course, Monica sabotaged mine so that could never happen.
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong. It all comes back to one simple, undeniable truth. You're a genius.
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a second and just think. I came up with this recipe. You don't think that might have something to do with it? Do you know how long I spent perfecting my Gâteau de Bourg? 3 years! 3 whole years! And you've been head chef now for what, 6 months? If that? A couple hundred failed attempts, and you're gonna throw in the kitchen towel and declare you'll never be successful because you're not a genius. You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I've had under my belt, or just how long it took me to finally get my recipe to a level I was satisfied with. Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. You're only a lousy chef. Surely you haven't forgotten all that. You were no lousy chef back when I handed you the reins.
I haven't forgotten.
That's our
Ha ha! Sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hôtel de Bord kitchen.
What a perfect ending to it.
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier.
Aw, friends again. So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Good. So now that's out of the way.
It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a
But that was mostly Monica's fault.
Right. And also, does it have to be right now? Savannah's only just got her mojo back, and you...
No excuses. This is a cooking contest between two top chefs, so grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is...
Hey! So, this whole time you...
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
The results are in! A landslide victory for Escoffier!
Quite rightly, too. Piece of cake.
Oh yeah, look at that! Savannah looks pretty chipper too, considering she lost.
Now, where were we? Yes. Do you have any more questions for me? I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah before I left. Although, I had two reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course. But the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore. So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities.
Improve how?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue. And in her, I saw so many new She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be... Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just...
What? Paimon didn't...
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there.
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your cooking anymore.
Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. Before I put anything into my food, I'll obviously do my research. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Boer, revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers. Hope you enjoy, and remember...
All right!
Oh, of course.
I've already promised Vanish M that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable...
You know, Paimon's still a little disappointed that we never got to see the trip. Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten... She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modeste's diary. Then went to...
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste's writings and what we saw in those ruins, the so-called Treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitoiles. Better known to us...
Huh? So then, why all the hype?
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute. Even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that much these days.
So after all that, there was nothing. Feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return.
Hey! Huh? You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check. Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Rumoria. A magnificent jar thought to be over a... Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value. It could be...
Wait! Isn't that the jar they used to hold the...
If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something.
As one with wind and cloud, Wind Strider.
One system is far too slow. Ramming speed!
Overruled. Quietly now.
Solidify! is order. Stabilize!
King and Queen should present a united front.
Busted. Wind strike.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Stabilize!
Overruled.
Ugh, it had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me.
Laid bare. Into the wind.
Game's up. Fun's over.
I will have order.
Overruled.
Stabilize!
This calls for some pomp and ceremony. As one with wind and cloud.
Gotcha. Laid bare. I hear children.
Oh, this is all getting rather dreary.
Quietly now.
The wind's rosy.
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
This is order. Solidify!
Overruled.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Stabilize!
Wind striker. Time to go. Blaze back into the wind. This is where you fall.
Nothing to fear. Solidify.
Quietly now.
Gotcha.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Game's up. Fun's over. Busted.
I will have order. Stabilize. me, worm! Solidify!
Quietly now.
Perish!
The wind knows me.
Transfixed.
I am the all-knowing God.
Burn to oblivion!
Wind strike.
Stabilize!
Reality is pain.
Gather!
Good riddance, cruel world.
Stabilize!
Possible. Laid back. Clouds high. The birds call.
Here comes the catch. Busted.
I was destined for.
I create.
What could the children be up to? No. Mind. Let them do as they please.
Ad Astra.
Use the force authorized.
Transfixed!
Got him! This is order.
Overruled.
Yes! Adorn my night!
Game's up. Fun's over. Quietly now.
Transfixed!
Stabilize! I will have order!
Busted.
Gather! As one with wind and cloud!
Here comes the catch. Gotcha.
Laid bare!
Into sense!
Add Ast.
Solidified! This is order!
Things are about to get dicey.
Transfix! Wind Strider! Clouds high. The birds call!
Here comes the catch.
This is destiny.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest. If the work wants something, I'll do it.
From our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Transfixed! Witness my rise!
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
Overruled!
what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. We seek but a small haven of tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for? As long as rain falls. And rivers flow, water will exist forever. An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Quietly now.
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Transfixed. One with nature.
Stabilize.
Overruled.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors. Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. We seek but a small haven of tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for? As long as rain falls. And rivers flow, water will exist forever. An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Witness my marks.
Without solid solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Laid bare. Pitiful.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
Stabilize!
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
My turn. Overruled.
I will have order. Solidify!
As one with wind and cloud.
Gather!
Wind strider. Transfixed.
As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever. An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
This is where I fall. Overruled.
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. water is its ability to take any shape. We seek but a small haven of tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for? As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever. From our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors. Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. We seek but a small haven of tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for? As long as rain falls and rivers flow.
There's still a long road ahead.
Deal. I'm in.
My lance and crossbow are prepped and ready.
For agility.
Is this really necessary?
points for agility.
Is this really necessary? Is this really necessary? Is this really necessary? this really necessary?
In the reflection of the water, I see these...
Cheers for a beautiful life and the next hunt.